What is going on, everybody? It's Anthony Morello from Morello Sports, and today I'm going to be going over the NFL draft and who I think every team's going to take. My opinion on who's going to trade up, who's going to trade down. I was going to be going over all the prospects and who I think the best fit will be for each of these teams. As a Patriots fan, as you can see from my hat, my shirt, this is really the first year as a fan that I really had to experience them having such a high pick at number 3 this year. Because, with Brady, we always south to 15. So number 3 is I've never got to experience this. So it's going to be a very fun draft for me to watch. Also, we all these other teams. The landscape of the draft really changed, obviously, since um, Chicago traded or Carolina traded last year for Bryce Young, technically, and the Bears basically ripped them off. Now they get another pick, and the Bears are absolutely giving their prospect, which I'm assuming is going to be a quarterback, which I'll talk about later on, a very nice offense with DJ Moore. They traded for Keenan Allen. So they're going to have a very nice offense going into next year. And we very, easy for the quarterback to adjust to, since it's probably the best situation a rookie quarterback at pick 1 has ever been to. Usually, pick 1. Usually it's a very bad team. They don't really have a foundation. Maybe they have a foundation, but they're very young. The Bears have 2 now proven receivers that the quarterback that they select 99% as they trade Justin Field to the Steelers. So they really are giving their quarterback a nice situation. Before I start, we're back on the grind now. I was on 2 vacations, one in Italy, one in Disney. We're back now on the grind. You can see I got the new microphone. We're set here. We're going to be posting very constantly now. I had basketball also. So that whole month from, February maybe 15th to, I guess, now, I don't got much to do. So Morello Sports is really the focus here. So subscribe. Let's get to 100 subscribers like I've been saying. I think we were 14 something away, something like that. Let's just keep it going. So the Chicago Bears, I've already talked about them. I think it's very easy to say that they're going to take Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is definitely the best quarterback prospect in the draft. And I've been hearing about Caleb Williams for years. I remember hearing, and I was like, the Patriots, this once Mac Jones, start to fall off a cliff, I was like, this guy's really good. And the Patriots, I mean, unless they trade up, but that's not happening. They're obviously not going to get him, but they're also, I think, going to get a quarterback here. So it's easy to say that they'll be getting Caleb Williams. I guess I'll write Caleb Williams. My handwriting here is going to be bad. Oh, my. Let's try this. Ooh. Good enough. Shit. I'll probably just go the Commanders also need a quarterback. They traded Sam Howell to, I believe, the Seahawks. So they're also going to be taking a quarterback. They I wouldn't say have a good core, but they have Terry McLaurin. Curtis Samuel's gone now. But they have a wide receiver 1. It's just not the worst situation to really go into. Now, it's either between here. I'm going to go to this other site I got. Let me move my face cam. Oh, I'm in annotate. My bad. Shoot. There we go. Okay, we're going to move this my face cam down so I get to this. So I don't care about whatever it says Caleb Williams on the right side. I don't care. Quarterback prospects right here. See Caleb Williams. Drake May is higher than Jaden Daniels, but I'm pretty sure the Commanders are really high on Jaden Daniels. And the better player right now is Jaden Daniels, definitely. Caleb Williams is on another level. He's going to be drafted number 1. The Bears are basically already prepared for him to take over the offense. So I think it's gonna be Jaden Daniels just because they're really high on him. I'm gonna look up a few things right now just to confirm that. See if I get an article that can get that. Like I said, right now Jaden Daniels is the better player, but I think Drake May does have the higher ceiling. And a lot of mock drafts I'm seeing, they have him going number 2. For some reason now, I'm going to be talking about this later. JJ McCarthy, apparently, his draft stock is on the rise as well. So who knows? Maybe he will even get drafted high. Oops. I don't know what this is. All good. Press some ad. I don't know. So I think it's going to be Jay Daniels. He's a good runner. I guess you could compare him to, any running quarterback in the league. I'll just get a comparison. I guess Lamar, right? Yeah. He has home run speed, a ton of burst and flexibility. He has elite athleticism. So yeah, I'm just going to compare it to Lamar Jackson, just because he's a running quarterback. So any running quarterback, Justin Fields, I guess you could even say, apparently it says Joe Burrow as well. So Joe Burrow also. So Jay Daniels going number 2 here. I'm going to write it down. Ooh. I was gonna do initials just for the next maybe for top 3. So my Patriots here. So they got rid of Mac Jones. They traded him to the Jaguars. They still have Bailey Zappi on the roster. I definitely want him to start. Besides Jacoby Brissett for 1 year, $8 million. But I think they're still gonna go with the quarterback. I doubt they're gonna be taking Marvin Harrison here. Just for the fact that they're probably, fingers crossed, they don't have this high of a pick next year. Not gonna lie. I want them to having a number 3 pick. It's a good first, just to get a prospect, but this is not the pick you want, every year. So I was gonna put Drake May because I think that's who they're gonna select. I don't think they're gonna be going. They're not gonna be going with JJ McCarthy here. I don't think they're really high on him, unless maybe they are, but that might change in the last month because his stock is going up right as I speak right now. Maybe we'll get even higher. Who knows? Maybe even the Commanders will take him. Who knows? That means probably the Patriots get Jay Daniels. But my opinion, I think Drake May is going to be a Patriot. He has such a high ceiling. It makes sense for a team that, they really don't have a wide receiver 1 per se. I mean, Kendrick Bourne, yeah, he's not really a wide receiver 1. He's maybe a solid wide receiver 2 at best, I would say. Drake May, again, his potential is through the roof. With a guy like him, he has a big frame. He's like Josh Allen. You don't really know his ceiling. His ceiling is just going to get higher. So Drake May to the Patriots. Now, here's the pick. The Arizona Cardinals are in the market to trade. Now, if you look down, let's just look. The Chargers do not need a quarterback. The Giants, yes, I guess you could say they need a quarterback, but I'm not going to say so yet just because they have Daniel Jones for $40 million this year. The Titans have Will Levis. They're not going to be doing anything. The Falcons just got Kirk Cousins. The Bears already have selected. The Jets have Aaron Rodgers. The Vikings need a quarterback, so let's put my bad, a dash there. And the Broncos need a quarterback. The Vikings lost Kirk Cousins in free agency to the Falcons. The Broncos lost Russell Wilson to the Steelers. So, I mean, they're still paying for Russell Wilson. I can't include that. I guess you could say the Raiders also kind of need a quarterback. I mean, Aiden O'Connell, he's not anything special, honestly. The Saints have Derek Carr. We're not going to go any further than that. I do think the Vikings will trade to number 4. I do think that they're going to trade number 4, and the Cardinals will trade down to number 11 for a plethora of stuff. We're not going to be going anything in the second round, and they're going to select JJ McCarthy, the Vikings. They are very high on JJ McCarthy. His stock is going through the roof, and the Vikings do need a quarterback. If JJ McCarthy's ceiling, or not ceiling, draft stock keeps going up, I do think the Vikings will strike a trade. I haven't really heard the Broncos really do anything to really to trade for a quarterback or anything. So I'm just going to think the Vikings are going to get this trade done. Now, the Chargers, this is another tough one because they have a quarterback They did lose out on Keenan Allen. So, you don't really know what they're going to be doing here. I'm going to look up Chargers draft. So look at one. It looks like they might trade down. They definitely could take Marvin Harrison Jr. This is a very quarterback heavy class. They could definitely take Marvin Harrison Jr. And by the way, I'm only going to be going to, for the first 12 picks, by the way. That's where I'm going to stop. Maybe I'll go over the next picks another time if I feel like it. They trade Keenan Allen. I think they might go for that Joe Alt from Notre Dame here. I also think they need a wide receiver. Also, I really don't know. This is very tough, honestly. But for the sake of it, I think I'm gonna go Marvin Harrison. But again, Malik Neighbors is also getting a lot of draft stock, just like JJ McCarthy. But I do think the Chargers will go for Marvin Harrison here. I do think so. Chargers will get Marvin Harrison Jr. The New York Football Giants here. Now, the Giants need everything. I mean, they really need everything. They had a horrible season, a horrible fall from the year before, where they went to the playoffs. They beat the Vikings, lost to the Eagles, but blown out by the Eagles, let's just say. Let's try this. Don't get confused. The Giants. Now, I would say Joe Alt because, the fans always complain about how bad their offensive line is, but they already have Andrew Thomas at a big contract. So do you really need another left tackle? No, absolutely not. Do they need a receiver? Absolutely. I do think they get Malik Neighbors here. I do think they're going to get a solid wide receiver. Apparently, Marvin Harrison's and Malik's Neighbors are just the same skill level, according to Twitter users or X users. We're going to go Malik Neighbors here. I do think that's who they will select from LSU. He's a very good player. He is going to be a wide receiver one. So I definitely think that he will get picked here, number 6. Tennessee Titans, Joe Alt. I think they're going to take the left tackle. I think they get a lot to protect Will Levis. And, they just got Calvin Ridley. They have Hopkins. They want someone to protect Will Levis, who's, a young quarterback. I do think Joe Alt is definitely going to be who they take here. So I'm going to look at get off annotate here. I'm going to look at the prospects here. So quarterbacks, we still have Michael Penix here. And we still have not gone over any defensive players. But honestly, there's really not many good. This is not a big defense class. Honestly, this is not a class where there's a lot of good defenders. This is, again, a quarterback heavy class. So you got that wide receiver from Washington, which I think I'll be going over. He's definitely a guy who's very good. Dallas Turner, you can see here. The Rome dude. Brock Bowers is really good. This is very so I'm gonna look up stuff about the Falcons. Again, or I haven't said this yet. I do not watch college football, so I do not know much about these guys. So that's why I'm looking up a good amount of things, about these guys, because I really do not know these guys besides, reading on ESPN, Twitter. Now, okay, so they're not going to want Brock Bowers because they already have Kyle Pitts. I doubt they have a new quarterback, but their offensive line is honestly solid. I think their offensive line is fine. So I don't think they're going to take that other left tackle. If you look here, Terrion Arnold apparently is a guy they're looking at. So it looks like they're going defense here. That's what I'm hearing. Apparently, they're going to be taking Terrion Arnold. So that's who we're going to put. I think I honestly, Thought they might go offense here, but they're going defense. So Terry Arnold is going to go with number 8 to the Falcons. Number 9, the Chicago Bears. They already have Caleb Williams. They already have a great team. Do I really know what they're going to do next? Not really. I don't think they're going to go for. I don't think they're going to go for Rome and Zunze, whatever his name is. And I don't think they're going to be going for. Well, they're not going to be going for a quarterback, running back either, obviously. I think they're going to go for the tackle. I think they're going to go for. Let's see what this dude's name is. Alamu Yiwa Fashano. There we go. So I'm just gonna put. I'll just put his name because he has a long name. I think the Jets here. They have a great defense. They got their offensive line better. They're getting Roman Zunze. I think that's definitely what they're gonna do here. Now the Cardinals here. I don't know what they're gonna do here. Honestly, um, the Cardinals are a team. I mean, they need basically everything. Honestly, looking at the mock draft I'm looking at here, there's really not much. So I'm going to put Brian Thomas Jr. He's probably the 4th best receiver in the class, and he's honestly looking very good. LSU, another guy that Jaden Daniels threw to, and I think he would actually be a really good fit on the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals again really don't have much to really work with. They lost Marquise Brown, so they're going to want to get that foundation back. With the wide receiver 1 or hopefully wide receiver 1, and Brian Thomas Jr. is going to do that. I'm going to just look at wide receivers. There he is right there, number 18, but his stock is going up. So that's that. Now the Broncos here, they really need a quarterback. I'm literally going to say it. I think they're taking Penix here. I'm not even kidding. I really think they're going to take Penix here. I don't know if it's a stretch, but if they're that desperate for a quarterback, I do think that they're going to draft Michael Penix here. Michael Penix is a great quarterback. He has injury problems. He's a great arm. I think they're going to take Michael Penix here. Just for the fact they need a quarterback, I don't see them trading up either. The problem with the Broncos is with that dead cap hit that Russell Wilson caused because of how much money they have to still pay him. I do think that they will be taking Michael Penix here. So yeah, that's that's what we're gonna be going with. I might go through the rest of the draft at another time. I gotta I gotta do my research a little bit. I don't know much about it. It's not like I'm just talking about like NFL guys. I'm talking about guys I really have never watched or done anything went over at all. But this looks very realistic. 4 quarterbacks to start the draft. I'm gonna change colors real quick. We got 4 quarterbacks to start the draft. And then you got the 2 wide receivers. Oh, not here. Wide receivers. You got the O tackle right here. Corner. O tackle. Wide receiver. Quarterback. So that's what I got for the top 12 picks in the draft. Honestly, I'm just gonna say now I will be going over the rest of the draft. As soon as the draft resumes. I have to check it. I remember there was a trade that the Vikings made. So they traded number 23, so I don't have to worry about this. I was making sure it wasn't yeah, it's still there. I was just making sure. So yeah, that's the video. That's all I got today. I was gonna film a baseball video, but that's tomorrow. With Giuseppe. So I wanted to save that. That's why I did this video today. I saw it was a month until the draft. That's why I decided to do this today. So again, like, subscribe. Let's keep the channel growing. And yeah, peace.